if you look at, kind of top down, there's been an significant HR change, finance, I don't know how much of it was the dividing of Pentair and those people going into the water division versus staying in the electrical business. But there is a bunch of turnover if you look at the last 18 months. Joe Rosinski, the guy that's running the enclosure business now, is relatively new in that position, but not new to the Hoffman business. I mean, he's a very strategic leader. Before that was Steve Pilla. Steve left. Steve found a different job. So that was around the same time that was coming in, and Steve was leaving, and Joe was coming in.
Who should we speak to if we want to understand like the demand picture for enclosures? Is it like one big client that can talk about it, or should we think about it's capex by this and this kind of company, or like from the outside, if you couldn't speak to the company, like how would you estimate from the outside, like
Do you have any access to like project pipeline, construction, that kind of those kind of data? There is.
Yeah, we can look at that.
Yeah, I would start there because it's pretty evident. I mean, in the business I'm currently in, it's very evident that the project pipeline is increasing in the United States specifically. I would start there. Is there an individual that you could talk to? Not that doesn't work at Invent today that I'm aware of.
Yeah, but who would be a large client that would procure these sort of things? Is it or is it like some distributor? Would they ever sell through distributor or? Yeah,
correct. So the majority of the business is through distributors. There's very little of it that's sold direct or through an integrator. Most of it is, a large portion of it is sold through distribution. So your big distribution partners are Sonopar, Rexel, Graybar is probably your top three.
Okay.
And sorry, just going back to the one of the first comments you've made that automation is a big thing for this industry and boost demand for enclosures. What I'm guessing we're talking about big projects from manufacturers of all sorts. Is it fair to say that a global player like Hoffman and Schroff are in a much better position to win these contracts compared to the regional local guy?
Yes. I don't know if you remember, I alluded to, somebody that was specifying products.
Yes, exactly.
That, let's just say the project is being developed, designed in Europe, and the project is going to be placed in California. Unfortunately, the local players in the United States would be focused on just the projects that are being designed in the United States. Some of them even more regional than the nation, if that makes sense. Where Invent has such a global footprint that if the project is being spec'd in Europe, they actually have feet on the street. They're working on that spec, regardless in the world where it's being produced.
Okay, so it sort of makes sense, when we get our hands on these lead indicators that you're looking at as well, that will give us the market growth, and then for Invent in particular, we should assume that we'll outgrow that market.
Yeah.
And just last question, what's the name of the three largest distributor in your mind?
Yeah, so Rexel. Rexel has a lot of different brands. They've bought a lot of different brands in North America, but Rexel is the operating organization. And then Sonopar, who you should be familiar with from the Europe business, who again is very prominent in North America. And then Graybar would be the third largest, predominantly focused in the U.S.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Okay. Well,
Brilliant.
let us come back maybe with an email with like 1 or 2 follow-ups after we've spoken to the company tomorrow. It would be interesting.
No problem.
Great. Okay, Brian, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, guys.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.